Hare Krishna. Welcome to Tax Guru YouTube channel. This is CA Rohan R. Pingre, practicing chartered accountant based in Mumbai, also partner in Motilal and Associates LLP, member firm of Marks Network. Welcome to video series GST Relearn. And today we are going to discuss part 18, inspection, search, seizure, and arrest under GST law. So let's dive into it. Let me allow to share my screen. Yes. Part 18, inspection, search, seizure, and arrest under GST. Let's see what we are going to learn. Introduction to enforcement under GST, legal provisions empowering inspection, search, and seizure, meaning, purpose, and powers under inspection, authorization and procedure for inspection, search meaning, conditions, and legal safeguards, procedures for search under GST, meaning, scope, and procedure of seizure, provisional release of seized goods, retention of books, documents, and records, arrest, meaning, grounds, and legal framework, powers to arrest and categories of offenses, arrest procedure and rights of arrested person, practical issues and best practices in enforcement, key judicial principles on inspection, search, and seizure, and quick revision, that is summary table. And at the end, we will also see conclusions that can be drawn from today's learning. So let's start. Enforcement under GST. Enforcement provisions under GST empowers officer to prevent tax evasion. What it prevents? Prevent tax evasion, ensure compliance, and protect the revenue. So it is the main. What it empowers? It empowered officers to prevent tax evasion, ensure compliance, and protect the revenue. So the key tools are inspection, search, seizure, and then arrest. These powers are used only in case of serious violations, suppressions, clandestine operations, or fraudulent transactions. So it is used very wisely and after only in the cases of serious violations, suppression, clandestine operations, and fraudulent transactions. Let's see legal provisions empowering inspection, search, and seizure. Sections deal with inspection is section 61, 67, subsection 1. Section 67, subsection 2 deals with search and seizure. Section 69 deals with power to arrest. And Rule 139 to Rule 141 of CGST rules deals with search, seizure, and inspection. So authorized officers are joint commissioner or above may authorize the actions. Let's see one by one. Let's see meaning or purpose and powers of inspection. Inspection is what? Preliminary verification. Okay, it's called it as a preliminary verification carried out to collect what? Evidence or form a reasonable belief of tax evasion. Okay, it's a preliminary verification carried out to collect evidence or form a reasonable belief of tax evasion. So purpose is to check for suppression of turnover, ITC claimed wrongfully, transport of goods without documentation, or fake invoices or shell entities. So this is the main purpose of inspection, is to check suppression of turnover, ITC claimed wrongfully, transport of goods without documentation, and fake invoices or shell entities. So when it is applicable, if officer has reason to believe, very, very important, it must form a reason to believe that a taxable person has suppressed transactions, goods liable for confiscation are kept, and documents or books useful for proceeding are hidden. So this need to be reason to believe that these circumstances have happened, so that inspection taken will be taken place. So this needs to be are the reasons to believe that a taxable person has suppressed the transactions, goods liable for confiscation are kept, and documents or books useful for proceedings are hidden. Let's see authorization and procedure for inspection. So inspection can occur or carried out only means carried out at business premises, at transporters godowns, or at warehouse or e-way bill check post. So inspection must be authorized in writing and by an officer not below the rank of joint commissioner. So the whatever the procedure under that the inspection is carried out, that inspection must be carried under proper authorization, and that authorization by an officer not below the rank of joint commissioner, and it will be carried out at business premises or transporters godown or warehouses or e-way bill check post. So officers may verify what stock, records, accounts, access electronic devices, ask for explanation or documentation. Next, search. Now we are moving from inspection to search. Let's understand its meaning and conditions and legal safeguards. Search involves visiting a premises to locate concealed goods or documents or evidence. Search involves what? Visiting a premises, a particular premises to locate concealed goods, documents or evidence. When search is permitted, only when officer has a reason to believe, again reason to believe is very important, only when officer has reason to believe that goods liable for confiscations are hidden and important documents relevant to proceedings are secreted, then only search can be permitted. Legal safeguards. Search must follow what criminal procedure code principles, presence of witness, that is panchas required, and proper record, panchanama to be prepared. So these are the safeguards, I mean these are the necessary while carrying out any search. Next, search procedure under GST. Proper written authorization is required. That is a prima facie first and mandatory thing. Officer identifies themselves and explains the purpose. Premises sealed if necessary. Independent witness must be present. Search conducted systematically and respectfully. Panchanama prepared and signed by both the parties. Copy provided to the person searched. So these are the procedure under search. Now moving onwards, seizure. Let's understand its meaning, scope, and procedure. Seizure means taking possession of goods or documents that may be useful as evidence. Okay, what is mean by seizure? It means taking possession of goods or documents that may be useful as evidence. Items that can be seized. What are the items that can be seized? Goods liable for confiscation, books of accounts, invoices, electronic records, raw materials used in fraudulent activities. So these are the items that can be seized. Procedure: a seizure order must be issued in writing, detailed inventory made, and goods transported to safe premises or sealed on site. Let's understand provisional release of seized goods. If the goods are seized, how we can take a release of that? So goods can be released provisionally upon furnishing what? Bond and security or furnishing bank guarantee. This allows business continuity until proceedings conclude. So your goods also can be released. Retention of books, documents, and records. Books cannot be retained for more than how many? 30 days unless reasons recorded in writing. Means the department want to retain the books more than 30 days, then it must record the reasons in writing. So books cannot be retained for more than 30 days unless reasons recorded in writing. Persons is entitled to take copies or extracts. Let's moving further. Arrest. Let's see what is the meaning, grounds, and legal framework for arrest. Arrest is deprivation of personal liberty due to involvement in offenses under GST. So, what arrest mean is deprivation of personal liberty due to involvement in offenses under GST. Authorized officer, commissioner has a power to order arrest when certain serious offenses are committed. So, serious offenses is required to proceed on arrest. Let's see powers to arrest and categories of offenses. Arrest can occur when a person commits offenses involving fraudulent ITC claims, fake invoices, issuance of invoices without supply, collection of tax but not payment, and evasion of exceeding prescribed monetary threshold. So these are the offenses when for that arrest can be occur. So fraudulent ITC claims, fake invoices, issuance of invoices without supply, collection of tax but non-payment, and evasion exceeding prescribed monetary threshold. So what is bailable versus non-bailable offenses? Lower value offenses are bailable, okay, and high value fraud or ITC claims non-bailable. Means there are offenses where the accused can get bail also. So, but that the lower value offenses are bailable, but high value fraud, ITC scams are non-bailable. So, in that you can get bail. Let's see arrest procedure and rights of arrested person too. What is the procedure? Officer must inform grounds of arrest, rights of the person, arrest memo to be issued, medical examination mandatory, and person to be produced before magistrate within 24 hours for non-bailable offenses. So, what are the rights of arrested person? Right to consult a legal practitioner, protection from unlawful detention, and right to produce before a magistrate. So, these are the rights of arrested person. Let's moving further on practical issues and best practices in enforcement. What are the common issues? Excessive seizure of irrelevant documents, long retention of records unnecessary by the departments, arrest used before proper investigation, and non-observance of procedural safeguards. So these are the common issues going in the practically. So what are the best practices? Ensure officer carries proper authorization, maintain calm and cooperation during the inspection, keep documents organized, advise employees on compliance protocols, and record all actions taken by officers. Moving further, key judicial principles on inspection, search, and seizure. Courts have clarified that reason to believe, very important under this particular topic, reason to believe must be based on tangible evidence and not suspicion. So reason to believe is based on a factual facts and tangible evidence and should not be only a suspicion in the mind of the officer. Search and seizure powers are extraordinary and must be exercised very sparingly. Procedures akin to criminal procedure must be followed. Arrest cannot be a tool for mere recovery of tax. It must be based on mens rea and serious offense. Let's take a quick revision using the summary table. Inspection versus search versus seizure versus arrest. So inspection trigger when reason to believe, purpose verification, and authority is joint commissioner. Search trigger when reason to believe is stronger. Purpose locate hidden goods or documents, and authority is joint commissioner. Search trigger find goods documents during the search. Okay, you seize those goods or documents during search. Purpose is to take possession of it, and authority is officer authorized. Arrest trigger when committed serious offense. When serious offense should be there to order arrest. Purpose is detained offender and authority will be commissioner. And now we will also see conclusions that can be drawn from today's learning. Inspection, search, seizure, and arrest are what critical tools to protect what GST revenue, but must be exercised with fairness and legality. Or what happened in practical case, departments sends various notices, various things unnecessary. So what is main thing is to protect the inspection, search, and seizure and arrest are critical tools to protect the GST revenue, but must be exercised with fairness and legality. And application of mind must be required from the department's officer. The law balances officers' powers with taxpayer protections, ensuring the due process, proper documentation, authorization, witness presence, and adherence to the procedures are mandatory to maintain the integrity of enforcement actions. Arrest should be used only in case of serious fraud, willful evasion, and organized tax crimes, not routine disputes. Understanding these provisions helps what professionals to advise clients effectively and ensures business remain compliant and protected. So that's it for today. Hope you are getting value from this all video series. Stay tuned to Tax Video YouTube channel for latest updates and video series like this. If you are not yet subscribed, then please do subscribe it. If you like this video, then please click on like and also share in your network. So bye bye, take care. See you soon in next video. Hare Krishna.